Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas. I ended up making a tachin today. It was delicious. I recorded a whole series when I started the dish and none of the audio worked. So this is just a brief intro to tell you about tachin. And I hope you give this recipe a try. Apparently, there's a restaurant chain in Iran and Canada where they just make tachin. And I love the fact that they do these individual portions because Persian food can be pretty heavy at times. So these individual ones are perfect. So I hope you enjoy this dish. Take care. Merry Christmas. Okay, there you have it. One deboned chicken, and then some yogurt, turmeric, and barberries. Barberries are a Persian little berry, and you can find them in almost all international stores. So I'm going to mix this all up and then set this aside. There you go. I've mixed it all up. Now we're going to get ready and prepare the rice. Now we're getting ready to cook the rice. I don't know if you guys know, but when you get rice, the best thing you can do is rinse it off in water to get a lot of the starch off of the rice because technically rice just becomes sugar in your body. And so I rinsed that quite a bit. Now I'm boiling some salted water. And then I put some saffron and some hot water to let it just simmer so it gets nice and orange because, I love saffron. All right, we're cooking the rice right now, and it's very important you don't overcook the rice. Basically, once the rice starts coming to the top is when it's starting to cook, and you kind of just take it a little bit out and taste it. You still want it hard in the middle because you're going to bake this in the oven for 2 hours, and you don't want it soggy. And then this is yogurt and egg and saffron and a little bit of salt. I've mixed this all together. There's some extra saffron if I need it. And this will be put in with the rice. And then what we'll do is we'll layer this in the pan. So you'll see it when we get to the next step. Apparently, we got some storms coming to California. We're going to get a bunch of rain. But we're so fortunate. I know that a lot of my family in Iowa has been snowed in for quite a while. So, Sydney, some warm weather, kind of. Cheers. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you see the rice starts to come up to the top when it starts to cook, and that kind of helps you gauge how much the rice is cooking. All right, we preheated our oven to 350 degrees. We put oil in all of these dishes. I don't know if I'll need all of them. Then we're going to divide up the rice with the yogurt mixture, and we're going to put in some of the chicken in the same dish. So we got our first one ready. Oh, my oven's ready. Nice. Okay. Okay, so, so the one on the left is done. I put in, as you can see, a layer of chicken with the barberries and turmeric and whatnot. And then I put a little bit of plain rice, a little bit of butter, and a little bit of saffron. And then we're going to cover this with foil. So I'll show you the dish once I've got it all prepped. All right, there is the first batch getting ready to go in the oven. I'm going to piece of foil over it and put it in the oven. This is going to have to bake for 2 hours now. Okay, round two. I like to cook, and guess what? I give away a lot of this food, and everybody loves it. And like I said, this is my favorite dish. All right, this is round two. I'm going to cover this with foil and cook it as well. So everything's ready to go in the oven. All right, I ended up having extra chicken, so I ended up making another batch. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but I send food home sometime with Armand's girlfriend for her family because I like to cook, obviously. So I'm making it a batch for them, so it'll be a little Christmas surprise. And it's a really cool pan. It's got, I don't think you can see it, but it's got like a sunflower pattern. Very cool pan. All right, this is the last one I made that will go in the oven. Once the other ones are done cooking, they have to bake for 2 hours. So this will be a treat for tomorrow for them. We'll probably eat ours tonight, but enjoy. Bon appetit. All right, the tachines have cooked. I'm just going to let them cool because it's going to be too hard to get them out of the pan right now. As you can see, I kind of made two different types. So These are a little bigger portion than the others. Personally, the other one works better for me. And then the garnishes are cucumber tomato salad with just lemon juice and olive oil and pepper. Then cucumber, not cucumber, yogurt and mint, dried mint, and a little pepper. And then this is barberries on the side with some butter and saffron. These will be the garnishes for the dish. I just need to let them cool. But this really is my one time favorite dish. Well, at least one of them. So I do hope you try it. Cheers. Okay, my friends, there you have it. I have two different types of tachin I made. One, as you can see, is kind of like in a loaf, small loaf. And then this other one is kind of like a bundt pan. You garnish them with the zerish and you serve it with yogurt and the salad that I made. So, bon appetit. There you go, my friends. Bon appetit. This is a great dish. Everyone will love it. Okay, my friends. That was a kind of labor intensive dinner, I've got to admit, but it really is one of my favorites. So I hope you guys give this a try. I hope you're having a wonderful time with your family. Um, it really is all about family and friends and love and peace and all that. Anyway, um, cheers and Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. Cheers.